Can't be funny.
So I think I'm going to returning to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ah. Feck W. You got me. You got me, chat.
Welcome back to
got me
returning to Yu-Gi-Oh. Feels good to say. Feels good to be here. And last week actually went quite well. We put together our first hero list and got a passing grade in regards to matches won. Additionally, we weren't really playing a deck. It was kind of just a pile of cards at that point. I went into that playing a lot of things that I felt probably would end up leaving, but I wanted that reassurance that they just weren't right for the deck in this meta. And I feel like we have a lot of information. I feel like the deck can perform a lot better than what we showed last week.
Copium,
I'm
copium,
really excited.
copium.
I want to take it.
Heroes can
Remember,
perform better,
week one
copium.
was about testing. Week 2, we are going for the win. So with that, before we get to the actual
He's going for the
edit,
win
which
this week.
is going to
Okay.
be rather large, we are going to go into a little opening and see if we have anything for the deck.
Ooh, mailbag. Casually just spends $500 on a TCG player.
So here we have a lot of past format synchros.
Hey, question, Ruggles, did you use my TCG
I've
player
actually been
link,
putting
Smile?
together max 30 Edison Glads, but nobody in my local area has Edison decks built yet. So I'm building as many as I can in
Ah, yes, just casually puts together max rarity retro format. Hello?
lower rarity for us to kind of
Hello?
just share and have fun with. But with that, I also have a couple Lyralist cards. I really want to play the deck. I'm not sure which variant I want to end up playing, so we're just kind of collecting as much as we can. But I do think it looks like a lot of fun.
Brigade,
Sir
rather.
Emanon actually has a lot of really good content on it. But with that, we also got the Black
Shout out!
Extravaganza playmat.
You did it,
So
Emanon.
we'll probably
You're
end up
famous.
using that for Edison. And I'm really curious if you're interested in the format. Mario and I were thinking about doing something with it, but love to hear your thoughts and your just general interest. With the mail done, we are now going to head into the deck edit. I'm dropping super polys and tactics to make more room for hand traps as we are still siding crossouts. Additionally, we are dropping the now antiquated solid soldier for
Not even one
Neos.
Nibiru though.
I admittedly didn't play it week 1 simply to see if it was a win more card or an actual resource I needed.
Oh, you're double
and
sleeving it
definitely
incorrectly.
fell in line with the needed resources.
They can't
Also,
point
not
the
playing
same
super
way.
poly opens up space on the extra
opening,
for
they have to
Anki
point in
a
the opposite
second
direction.
Cross Crusader, which I now
Normal
strongly
sleeve,
feel
normal
is a
way, and then the other one
mandatory
goes
2-of.
downwards.
There were instances that we could have just closed out game, brought back Dystopia.
That's not
burned for an
maximum
extra
protection.
16, but we didn't have it, and so we are definitely going back to
Dual
2.
upper sleeving is the
With
best.
that,
That's just
here's our
wrong.
list for week 2, featuring,
Easy
admittedly,
swap?
a lot of 2-ofs that I don't necessarily
I
agree
mean,
with. We are playing 2
lazy.
Stratos and 2 Vion, not because I think it's correct, but because I checked and I only own 2 Vion. I would be playing 3 with 1 Stratos, but
Respectable.
we can't
I
really
only
do
have
that.
2
With that,
copies.
we are playing 2 of each hand trap simply because we are playing the
Mm-hmm.
crossout package, and I want as much diversity as possible.
Hey,
And
diverse
with
hand
that,
traps.
I'm really happy. I think this is a lot better than what we were playing in week 1. I think it has a lot more potential.
How is Hero Live still
We're
at
going
1?
for the win, which is exciting. Though, regardless, I know I'll just have fun playing with my friends. And with that, I
Playing
will
with
see
my
you
friends,
Saturday.
white people
Wish me some
happy.
luck, and let's have some fun.
Yeah, when I go on Dueling Book, I only play with my friends.
The very
Tim
first
Hortons!
card I pulled was Petite Moth, and I pulled Heart Related Sisters as the super.
Today we're playing a 12-man locals, and match 1 was against Jim, one of the guys who actually got me really
Jim!
Yu-Gi-Oh back in the early 2000s. But despite drawing 2 bricks and an imperm, I did have the engine
Guys,
cards
it's
I needed.
Jim.
So we revealed our Ferris in hand, discarded Shadow Mist, and comboed all the way into the end board of Driver, 0 Mist, Dark Law, change for a second Dark Law or Acid, and an imperm.
Is that the deck's best
Unfortunately,
board?
he was maining Super
That doesn't
Poly
seem
and
strong.
made Draco Stapelia with Dark Law and Shadow Mist. Mist searched a Stratos. Then Branded Opening was activated. He discarded a Hedgehog.
Oh my
a
god.
Luber was
He's
summoned.
playing
He sent a
Albaz.
Beast, searched follow-up, and of course drew a card. Next, the field spell came down, and at that point I had to use the mask change to turn 0 into an acid. That cleared the entirety of his board, but of course he did have the Shadal Fusion for follow-up, though we were living the turn.
This deck is based!
I summoned the previously searched Stratos on my turn under the
Wait,
Wonder Driver.
but he didn't do
to
anything with
reset
it.
A Miracle Fusion. Stratos grabbed a Dust to Gold, which I promptly discarded to grab a Dark Calling to make a Bane.
Dusted gold.
Popped the Construct,
How much that
which
cost you,
grabbed
buddy?
back an El Shaddai fusion and triggered the Despy and Grave. Stratos and Wonder were linked into a Cross Crusader, which brought back a Mally and gave me the materials.
This is
I
amazing
needed
because it's just
to
two
poly
decks that
for
don't
a
put up any
Dystopia.
negates. They just hit each other
Dynatag
really
was
hard
banished
multiple
from Grave
times.
to boost Dystopia by 1,000, and
Literally
I used
zero
its effect
interruptions.
to
They just
pop the
punch each
back
other
row,
all the time.
which he changed, and I ashed. From there, I used Miracle to make a Sunriser, and that right there is
Well, that's
far
unfair.
more than game on board. So we're headed to game number 2.
Really had to sweat it out
Yeah,
against
despite Jim
Despia,
going
huh?
first
Monka
here, my
W.
hand was looking pretty nice. Jim summoned the Ecclesia. I Veilered, and he proceeded to set 2 in the back row.
Wow.
On my turn, I used Lightning Storm, calling said back row.
What
and
the fu-
Fusion Destiny
actual-
is 8k damage, so he scooped it up. Admittedly,
What is
between
it?
the Veiler and Lightning
How
Storm,
is that
we got
fair?
pretty lucky there, but Jim, always such a pleasure to play. And
I suppose it's not.
I think he's also building
I suppose it's not at all.
Lyralist with me, so we'll have some fun with that in the future. Match 2 was against a really nice fellow from our neighbor town of Peterborough. I lost the dice roll and didn't draw a great hand, but neither did he, so he set a single monster before passing back. Heroes did what heroes do, comboed, and we attacked for game. Now, in game 2, he went with a very classic end board of Beatrice Pass, and I admittedly
Beautiful.
had an incredible hand, which did just...
All right, hang on, Gamer Peter. I need to see your turn one there.
I lost the dice roll and didn't draw
What did
a
you do?
great hand, but neither did he, so he set a single monster before passing back. Heroes did what...
But what are the rest of the cards in your hand if you aren't setting them? The only thing you can draw in BA is BAs and traps. So if they're traps, you set them. So what is the set? What is in your hand?
What heroes do, comboed, and we attacked for game.
Hand trap version?
Now, in game 2...
He didn't use any hand trap. What was his hand? What was his hand? Ruggles, are you here? You need to ask Jim what... wait, Peter? Sorry. You need to ask Peter what his hand was. I need to know what hand you have that has 0 set cards in BA, but also doesn't make Dante.
He went with a very
4
classic end
upstarts.
board of Beatrice Pass, and I
Let's
admittedly
go.
had an incredible hand, which
Let's go.
did just yet again combo off. Though I got hit by Nibiru, fortunately, I was yet to actually use my normal summon. So I normal summoned the Liquid, brought back a Stratos, and worked through the Torrential Tribute he set off of his Blackjack, which left an open board. So from there, Mally was banished to Special Mally.
I actually... You know what's funny? If I was to play against Hero, I wouldn't know what to stop. I think maybe it's like the Vion, you can like Alich or Farfa it or something. Maybe the Cross Crusader, potentially. I don't really know what you would stop against that
Poly
deck.
was dropped to summon Dystopia. Dynatag
Where's, like, the
was
choke
banished
point
to
for this?
boost
Is it Cross
Dystopia,
Crusader,
and
like
I swung
Vion?
in with 3,800.
Increase?
boosted
How do you
it
stop
with
increase?
2,500, and
You can
then
banish the
used
Faris from the
Test
field,
Change
right?
To turn it
But
into
they
a
just
Dark
chain
Law,
it, don't they?
Which very simply stole me the
You
game.
can't stop that in BA.
Heroes is a pretty good OTK deck, apparently. We're still playing going first, though. Week 1, we got nibbed.
What are the
and
cards
we
in hand that
lost.
do
Week
nothing?
2,
I guess it
we
was
got
Nibiru,
nibbed. We
but
played through
game
it,
1
we
that
played
doesn't
through
explain
TT,
that.
and we were able to
I
get
don't
the
know, man.
OTK. So I feel like the rust is finally coming off.
We need
but
to beer
really
the end
fun
board?
match,
Yeah,
and while the
against
gameplay
heroes,
was
you just
rather
wait till they
one-sided,
go
one of those
attempt to enter
experiences
battle
where
phase,
you
right?
just really enjoy the conversation.
'Cause they put
and
no
that
negates
in
on the
itself
field.
makes it great.
I
So,
want that
big thank you
jacket
to you,
so much.
And I hope we get to play again soon.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Now, match number 3 was against
Didn't we try to
Brandon.
look for that on eBay recently? Nice locals. Hey, where's your locals, genius? I bet it's in the pits of hell, Afsafas. Shonen Jump jacket. There's a Naruto Shonen Jump vintage. Dude, it's dirty. Look at that. Oh man. Okay. Maybe I'll post on Facebook somewhere
who
looking
you
for it.
probably remember from the previous episode as our resident Drytron
Wait, hang on.
player.
Maybe if I
Yet again,
screenshot it.
he was on. So big thank you to you, and
I'm genuinely saving this picture. And I'm going to post it on like 3 different Facebook groups and see if anyone has this to sell me it.
I hope we get to play
Buy the
again
dirty
soon.
one. I mean, No, because it's
Now,
Naruto.
match number 3 was against Brandon, who you probably remember from the previous episode as our resident Drytron player. Yet again, he was on Drytron.
Wait, that was Brandon? I thought that was
and,
Mario.
Well, last week we got the win. This week,
Shit, I'm
we did
racist
not.
again.
He won that match.
Doesn't
2-1.
Pac have that
I'll show
jacket?
you more
Yeah,
of that
but
footage,
Pac
but
is like,
you already know what happens. It's
you know,
Drytron.
probably not
There's
going to
Ava,
sell it.
Ben 10 negates. And
Wait, I should just
that's the
message
match.
Pac and ask where he
Round
got it
4
from.
was against Carter. He was playing PK, won the dice roll, and we hand trapped him to the point where he couldn't play. Then we summoned a bunch of fusions and we OTK'd. Thank goodness.
Okay.
Game 2, I heard a couple of bricks, but it was playable. He went through his combo, and it ended
Okay.
on Dragoon, Blade, and a couple of small monsters, which were in attack mode, which meant I didn't actually have to clear Dragoon. I played through his a lot of negates, burned him with Dystopia, and then swung into the small monsters with some really big ones, which ended up taking the game and ensuring our spot in the top 4 with a current 3-1 record.
Was it Facebook? I gotta find the one, man. I gotta find one. His 12-man locals has more rounds
The
than your
first round of the top
34-man
four
one.
was the-
Dude, here's the thing that it's like really that annoys me about my locals, right? It isn't just the fact that going EXO, losing 0 games and getting second place at a 34-man local gives you 2 packs. That isn't the only thing that pisses me off. It's the fact that we have so many players at our locals that we regularly have EXOs that don't get to decide who the winner is for that extra 3rd pack. Because my locals, it doesn't matter if there's like 4 players or 400 players, we will only do 4 rounds. Because the shop has to close at 9 p.m. latest because I need to get home because my mom says. That's like the next triggering thing about my locals.
Against another great guy from Peterborough, and I'll be honest, I got very
Peterborough? It's Peterborough. 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 Or Peterborough. How'd you do with Sword Soul? I went undefeated. I got 2nd place and I got 2 packs. I'm livid. I hate playing IRL now.
very lucky. Do you have someone at your locals who you consistently play against, and despite the fact that they should regularly win, you get lucky and then you just win? Like in a scenario where you probably shouldn't. I feel like that's very much our dynamic, and because of that, I was able to take the win. Anyway, we did.
There's
win
good
that
weekend
match
locals, yeah, but I like
2-1,
streaming
and
on
we're now
weekends.
moving on to the top 2.
I might not
where
be
you will
on too
see
much
a
this
very
weekend because there's a
familiar
bunch of stuff
face.
going on, and you know, streaming during someone's subathon is like kind of annoying. But I do want to work on some
Finals were against Brandon,
YouTube.
and they
So I
offered
might
a
not be
shot
on
at
this weekend.
redemption. Brandon had
Or maybe
beaten
just for a
Geist
short
in
while.
his previous match, and he had won our
From AG
dice
tomorrow.
roll.
How you feeling?
I won the die roll, baby. I'll take the first
Why the fuck is this guy so handsome?
place monies.
Now, he didn't open great, and his
I want
end board
those eyes.
consisted of a Herald and a Lingaribo.
Going to locals
I played
without
through,
any,
he called by my Shadow Mist. I
you
built
know,
a board, blew up his
like,
with Bane.
10 people
and
is,
we swung in, taking
only
the
lasts like
very
3
first
hours?
game of the
Oh,
match.
boy.
Now, game 2, I opened a very solid
3
hand.
round,
We
6-man
had some
local
back
to
and
lose to
forth,
Jordan.
but on turn 4, he did
Probably still
kill
get better
me
price
with
support.
the Boro Sword, taking us to the all-important game 3. Now, I was going first, I opened quite well, and already had access to a double Dark Claw. So, we let the combo begin. Though, things got really promising when we used our Liquid Soldier to summon our Sunriser. It, of course, searched us a Miracle Fusion, but more importantly, allowed us to draw 2 and discard 1. One of said draws was the incredibly fair and balanced Imperial Order, and the end board
Wow!
consisted of Dark Claw,
When the order
Driver,
is
Sunriser,
Imperial.
Mask Change for a second Dark Claw, Droplet, and of course, IO. Brandon Drew dropped Dark Ruler, I chained Imperial Order, and just like that, we won our second Locos back. Though we didn't just win our second Locos, we also won the third. I didn't end up filming it because I felt like I had enough on my plate editing this video, but it's going really well. We got the back-to-back
Oh, wait, he's been to
victories.
2
We are
lo-
going
wait,
for the
he's won 3
3-peat next
locals?
week, and I know
No. Sorry, Ruggles. You can't say I won the 3rd one, but I didn't film it. Okay, that's no. That's not how that this works, buddy. Okay, there isn't. I won, but I didn't. I don't have proof. I can't prove it to you. It's not on camera. My memory card died. I didn't have time. No. Listen, that's not how that works. Okay. No.
that it's only a 12-person local is like it's not the biggest deal, but after taking that year
This
and
is a
half
source,
off,
dude. Trust me.
it's really cool to come back and have the success.
When was this posted? Was this last night? Oh, it was last night. I won the 3rd locals, but I didn't film it. Source, dude, trust me.
And do so with the deck
Yo,
like
Mizu,
Heroes,
what's up, dude?
which is going to get a lot better next week with Burst of Destiny. We
My
get
third one
Story
goes to
Phoenix,
another
Enforcer.
school.
We get Denier, which is essentially the third and fourth malicious.
Chat, can you
So
be honest?
the
Did
deck
you
is
also
looking
say
very
that when you were a
promising.
kid?
I
have a
want that
girlfriend,
3-peat.
but she goes to
We're
a
gonna
different
work
school.
for it, but it's going to sound
Be-
crazy.
be honest.
Winning wasn't
Tell the
the
truth.
greatest part
Did you-
of the
did
night
you say that when you were a
at
kid?
all. The best part
I
by
use that
far
excuse.
was having John return to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Now, the advantage for
Now,
me,
John,
chat, was that I'm an ethnic minority, right? So I got to use an even, like, 10-head excuse. I said my excuse when I was, like, 9 years old was that not only is I have a girlfriend, but she's from another country. Yeah, she's from... Back in the old country, I have a woman with the big breast. She loved me very much in the old... You know what I mean? So that's the advantage.
Mario and I all played together 10 plus years ago, and we haven't seen
didn't
him
record
in
your prize
quite
support.
some time.
I didn't open my prize support! Oh! I saved this just for you guys! I totally forgot! Yo! Alright, boys! There's an imperman here. Let's do this. Okay, so, this was my prize support from yesterday. I got 1 pack of Burst of Destiny. 1 pack of OTS 17. That's it. That's all I got. For going EXO at a 34-man event, I got these 2. All right, let's open it. Let's finish the video first. We're almost at the end.
Though he decided
I
to
knew I
pick up the
forgot
cards,
something.
Come back to the shop, and back in the day, he and Mario were like brothers. They shared a collection. They play tested all the time. Actually, fun little lore about Mario: the very first regionals they went to in Toronto, they both topped it, and it was really really cool.
How do you
Obviously,
still
just
have these
big brain
pictures?
People doing big brain things, but I returned to Yu-Gi-Oh for the social element. The game itself was a lot of fun, but I loved the community interaction. I loved having the excuse to go out and see my friends.
Yeah,
every
okay,
single
dude, must be
Saturday.
nice.
So, Yu-Gi-Oh
Bro,
to
no,
me
there isn't a
is
single
really
person
an
at that
avenue
local
for
who's
a
like under
social
the age of
experience,
20.
and having John
What's that
back
about?
just adds so much to that. So,
If it wasn't for
John,
like
big
some of my
thank you
immediate
for
friends, I'd have to
rejoining us, for
socialize with
being a
like
staple in the
18-year-olds.
community. It was a pleasure.
What the hell?
I look forward to next week.
How do I? Where do I
And
get?
with
Where do I
that,
get to like join
let's
this
try to
like
get the
boomer
3-peat.
local?
Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the community. I'll see
That's
you
like I
soon.
need to join the boomer
Peace and
local.
love.
Hamster. Timbit and I are watching Farfa stream in an attempt to relearn Yu-Gi-Oh. Farfa's stream! Yes, this is how you learn how to play the game, is you watch my content, the highest level quality of technical play and deck building available on the internet. It's paid extras like the fake YouTube videos. Ooh. Who wrote that? His editor? Yo, I love these little Easter eggs. Okay.